There are places that don't appear on typical travel maps, yet once you set foot there, you'll never forget them. The American West is one such place, raw, mysterious, and filled with a beauty that defies imagination. In the heart of this vast country, the West rises like an epic carved in stone and wind, where time seems to pause on fiery red canyons and endless plains stretching to the horizon. But it's more than just majestic scenery. Hidden within are ancient stories etched into every layer of rock, every gust of wind, every lonely trail few have walked. This journey takes you through lands forgotten by time, where each step awakens something primal, stirring the quietest corners of your soul, something few journeys can ever truly offer. Factory Butte is a prominent limestone hill located in the desert, with a unique shape resembling a natural factory formed over millions of years of geological activity. The summit of the hill is covered with light-colored limestone, while the surrounding area consists of sand and rocks in various colors, creating a mysterious and breathtaking environment. The layers of rock stacked on top of each other create strange shapes like small rock spires, making Factory Butte a must-visit destination. The name Factory Butte comes from the hill's shape, resembling a factory that creates solid layers of stone. Although located in a dry desert area, Factory Butte still maintains a diverse ecosystem with drought-tolerant species like cacti and shrubs. Factory Butte is also tied to mysterious stories, especially about strange lights appearing at night, making it an attraction for those fascinated by exploration. Devil's Tower is a striking rock tower located in Wyoming with a unique and majestic shape. tower stands 112 feet above sea level and 1,267 feet above the surrounding area, making it one of the most attractive natural landmarks in the USA. Devil's Tower is a granite monolith that rises independently, formed millions of years ago from a volcanic eruption. The vertical columns of rock create a distinctive shape resembling giant pillars rising from the ground. Devil's Tower is closely linked to the history and culture of indigenous tribes, especially the Lakota, and is called Bear Lodge Butte in their language. This tower is also famous in popular culture thanks to the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Mesa Verde National Park holds hundreds of stone buildings made by the ancestral Puebloan people over 700 years ago. Some of these homes are up to 4 stories tall and were built entirely by hand using stone, wood, and earth with no cement or metal. People in the past climbed up and down cliffs hundreds of feet high every day, using steps carved directly into the rock. Some homes were built to catch sunlight exactly on the winter solstice, showing their knowledge of astronomy. Many of the buildings also had smart, natural air systems that kept them warm in winter and cool in summer. All of this creates a living mystery in the heart of America's wild lands. Red Rock's amphitheater is the only outdoor theater in the world with completely natural sound, so no speakers are needed to hear clearly. Sound here can travel over 1/4 mile, and people far away can still feel every note clearly. Many artists say they feel connected to the sky and earth when performing here because the stage blends with nature. Some concerts start as early as 4 in the morning, so people can enjoy music while watching the sunrise, which is a one-of-a-kind experience. Exercising here is a big challenge because of the steep steps and thin air at over 6,000 feet high, making every step a test of strength. Mohawk Lake is one of the most stunning high mountain lakes in the U.S., sitting at over 12,000 feet, with wild and powerful views. The water is so cold, it can numb your hands and feet in just a few seconds, even in summer. The trail to the lake is steep, with parts slanting over 40 degrees, making the hike a serious workout. Weather changes fast here and can go from sunshine to hail in just a few minutes, so hikers must always be alert. At noon, the lake reflects sunlight so strongly it can hurt your eyes without protective glasses. There is no phone signal or rescue station nearby, which makes every mistake here potentially dangerous. Keebler Pass is one of the brightest fall color spots in the U.S., known for its aspen forest that is considered the largest living organism on Earth because all the trees share one root system. In autumn, sunlight shines through golden leaves and creates a firelight effect that makes the whole mountain glow. This pass is about 30 miles long and not paved, so during rain or after snowstorms, the road becomes slippery and full of mud and rocks. Some parts of the road are only wide enough for one car, and if another car comes, you may have to back up for dozens of feet to let it pass. The temperature can change up to 40 degrees Fahrenheit in one day, which can cause heat shock without the right clothing. Garden of the Gods is a natural park with giant red sandstone rocks standing up to 300 feet tall that look like they were placed by gods. These rocks are over 300 million years old and were formed when this area was an ancient seafloor. A clash of two tectonic plates pushed the rock layers straight up, making a powerful and unreal landscape. Some rocks reflect light in different ways through the day, changing colors from bright orange to soft pink. There are rocks that balance perfectly and shake slightly in strong wind, but never fall down. In some parts of the park, weak magnetic fields can make compasses spin and mess with electronic signals. State Park is striking with red rock walls that rise over 300 feet and tilt up to 60 degrees, looking like giant blades coming from the ground. These rock formations are about 1.4 billion years old and hold fossils of both sea life and land animals, showing millions of years of Earth changes. The park sits on an active fault line and has had small tremors, even if they are not easily felt. On certain days, sunlight passes through cracks in the rock to create a rare glowing doorway effect. The rocks keep heat for a long time, so touching them at noon can cause mild burns even if the weather feels cool. In winter, frost forms sharp, icy layers on the stone surfaces that can be dangerous and slippery. Rifle Falls State Park stands out, with 3 tiers of waterfalls over 70 feet tall flowing down from the cliffs, creating smooth, misty water. The area around the falls is always fresh and cool, thanks to a large underground water source, which helps maintain a lush ecosystem with many water-loving plants. In spring and summer, high rainfall keeps the waterfall flowing strong and impressive. The park is also famous for its rich wildlife, including mule deer, foxes, and wild birds. There are still remains of mining operations from the 19th century, adding to the park's mystery and history. However, visitors should be cautious of wildlife like ground squirrels and snakes that appear near the valley and take care while moving through the park. Dead Horse Point State Park is a famous destination in Utah, offering a stunning view from over 2,000 feet, where visitors can enjoy a deep canyon and the winding Colorado River. The park is also known for its rich biodiversity, especially the native plants that grow in the rock crevices and dry cliff faces. Temperatures here can fluctuate drastically from over 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the day to below 32 degrees Fahrenheit at night, creating a harsh environment. The park is famous for its rich wildlife, including mule deer, eagles, and other desert animals. This is also an ideal spot for photographers, especially during sunrise and sunset, when the light shines through the rocks, creating a breathtaking scene. Capitol Reef National Park is one of the most unique national parks in Utah, with wide desert views, colorful rocks, and rare land shapes. Its most famous feature is a giant fold in the land that stretches around 100 miles, creating high cliff walls like nature's fortress. The rocks can change color based on moisture and light, making the scenery look magical. Many areas still have rock carvings made by ancient native people thousands of years ago. The temperature between day and night can change more than 70 degrees Fahrenheit, making it a tough place to explore. Most of the park has no phone signal, so visitors fully disconnect from the modern world and reconnect with raw nature. Bryce Canyon National Park is famous for its thousands of sharp hoodoo rock towers rising from the ground like a strange stone forest. It is not a real canyon, but a chain of huge sinkholes formed by erosion over millions of years. Some hoodoo towers are over 150 feet tall, like a building with more than 10 floors, and they are still slowly wearing down. In summer, the night temperature can drop to freezing because the park is over 8,000 feet high. The thin air that makes many first-time visitors feel dizzy or short of breath. Bryce Canyon has a magical and wild beauty that changes with the seasons, and it is perfect for those who love rare and strange nature. Zion National Park is a stunning natural wonder with red sandstone cliffs over 2,000 feet tall that make the view feel like a myth. The rock layers here were once ancient sand dunes millions of years ago, and the whole area was under the sea about 270 million years ago. The land in Zion is still changing because wind, water, and ice keep carving it every year. Even light rain far away can cause flash floods here because the water rushes into narrow canyons very quickly. Some places in the park have never been fully explored and might have animals or plants never seen before. Zion is the perfect mix of powerful landscapes, ancient history, and the wild energy of nature. Monument Valley is located on the border between Arizona and Utah, famous for its giant red rock pillars that create a magnificent landscape. Formed millions of years ago by erosion, the area features towering rock formations with unique shapes, attracting visitors and photographers from all over. Monument Valley is not only a famous filming location, but also holds special significance for the Navajo people, the indigenous tribe of the region. Rock formations like the Mittens resemble a giant pair of gloves and are important symbols in Navajo culture. Monument Valley was never intersected by a railroad track or any major road until 1958, when a new road was constructed to serve tourists. Monument Valley also stands out for its harsh climate, where there is no natural water source and wildlife is very limited. Bonneville Salt Flats is a vast, flat area covered with white salt, creating a majestic and unique landscape. In the summer, temperatures can reach over 100 degrees, making it feel like a dry desert. An interesting phenomenon at Bonneville's salt flats is that on rainy days, the salt creates a thin layer of water, reflecting the sky like a giant mirror. Additionally, it is famous as an ideal spot for speed races, where world records for vehicle speed have been set. Bonneville Salt Flats is not only an impressive natural landmark, but also a cultural symbol, offering a unique experience for visitors. The vast, white, and tranquil landscape makes anyone who steps here feel as if they have landed on another planet. Kodachrome Basin State Park is a famous state park in Utah, known for its red limestone pillars and magnificent landscapes, formed over millions of years by erosion. The area is especially known for more than 60 chimneys, spire-like rock formations, rising from the ground, creating a unique and strange scene that is hard to find anywhere else. The park is also famous for the vibrant colors of its rock formations, which is why Kodachrome Basin was named after the famous Kodachrome film. Although located in a desert area with a dry climate, it still has a rich ecosystem with many wild animals. Although it was established as a state park in 1962, Kodachrome Basin quickly became an ideal destination for nature lovers and photographers. Grand Teton National Park is one of the prominent national parks with majestic natural landscapes. The Grand Teton mountain range, with its sharp peaks towering high and covered with snow year-round, creates a stunning natural scene. The clear lakes, vast meadows, and winding rivers are highlights of this park. The name Grand Teton comes from the Teton mountain range, with Grand Teton being the highest peak, reaching an elevation of 137.75 feet. The ecosystem here is rich with plants like pine trees, oak, and wildflowers. Additionally, Grand Teton is associated with mysterious stories about a mythical creature called the Teton Beast, believed to live in the high mountains and instill fear in those who venture into the woods. Flaming Gorge Recreation Area is a natural place with a strong mix of bright red cliffs and deep blue water, making a powerful and beautiful view. The cliffs are red because of iron oxide in the rocks that built up over millions of years, making them glow at sunrise and sunset. The lake is about 91 miles long and almost 500 feet deep, with water so clear you can see the bottom more than 30 feet down. The deep water temperature almost never goes over 40 degrees Fahrenheit, even in summer. This area was home to ancient people more than 1,000 years ago, and their marks are still on the rocks. Winds can suddenly blow up to 60 miles per hour, which is dangerous for small boats and campers. Shoshone Falls is called the Niagara of the West and stands about 212 feet tall, nearly 45 feet higher than Niagara Falls. In spring, when snow melts, the water flow can reach over 2,000 gallons per second. At the base of the falls are deep basalt cracks and caves formed during the Ice Age. In the dry season, the falls can almost disappear, revealing old rock layers and artificial water channels. According to native legends, this is where water gods test human courage through the roar of the falls. Biologists also found a rare fish species that can survive under high water pressure and only lives in this area. This makes the falls both a powerful natural wonder and a mysterious destination. Red Rock Canyon stands out with its vivid red rock cliffs, formed over millions of years by natural forces like wind and water. In addition to the cliffs, the area also has deep valleys, vast deserts, and sparse forests, forming a pristine yet lively environment. The name Red Rock Canyon comes from the distinctive red color of the cliffs, giving the place a unique beauty. This area has a diverse ecosystem, with wild animals like snakes, rabbits, squirrels, and birds, as well as drought-tolerant plants like cacti and shrubs. Red Rock Canyon is also linked to the mysterious stories of Native Americans, including the legend that the red color of the cliffs is the result of battles between tribes. These stories add to the allure of the area, making Red Rock Canyon not only a natural attraction, but also a place full of mystery. Rocky Mountain National Park is one of the most special places in the U.S., with mountain peaks reaching up to 14,259 feet. The landscape changes quickly with elevation, and within a few miles, you can walk from thick pine forests to areas covered in snow all year. Millions of years ago, this park used to be under the ocean, so today you can still find marine fossils deep in the rocks. Winds here can blow over 100 miles per hour, strong enough to knock down tents. Some lakes in the park have never been touched by humans, staying completely wild and natural. There have even been mysterious missing person cases that no one can explain, adding to the mystery of this place. Torrey's Peak is one of the famous mountain peaks in the US that rises above 14,000 feet and attracts thousands of adventure lovers each year. Even though the trail is fairly easy to reach, this mountain brings many harsh challenges. In just one day, hikers can experience all 4 seasons with snow, sunshine, rain, and cold wind. Winds at the top can reach up to 80 miles per hour, strong enough to make you lose balance. Even though the trail looks easy, many people get lost due to thick fog and fast weather changes, making Torrey's Peak a tough test for the unprepared. Black Canyon of the Gunnison is one of the steepest canyons in the US, with cliffs that reach up to 2,250 feet taller than many skyscrapers. Some parts of the canyon are only about 40 feet wide at the bottom, making the air dark cold and almost sunless. Each day, sunlight reaches the canyon floor for less than 30 minutes, creating a strange and mysterious place. The average cliff slope is over 60 degrees, making climbing up or down nearly impossible without special gear. The river flowing through the canyon is very fast and dangerous and has taken the lives of explorers before. The rock here is about 1.7 billion years old, making it some of the oldest in the continent. Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve is famous for having the tallest sand dunes in North America, with some reaching up to 750 feet tall. In summer, the surface of the sand can get hotter than 150 degrees Fahrenheit, which can burn bare feet in just a few seconds. Every year, the wind moves the sand a few inches, making the shape of the dunes change all the time. Some areas under the sand stay wet all year, creating a special home for tiny creatures. One amazing thing here is the singing sand, which makes a deep sound when it slides like the earth is singing. Even though it looks like a desert, the park also has snow in winter, and the weather can change fast during the day. Continental Falls is a multi-level waterfall located at about 11,000 feet, standing out between pine forests and wild rocky mountains. In spring, the melting snow flows down so fast, it sends cold mist straight to your face. Some parts of the trail to the falls are over 35 degrees steep and very slippery, so good hiking shoes are a must. A strong wind tunnel effect has been seen here, making backward winds that can knock people off balance. At night, the temperature can drop below freezing even during summer, which is risky for campers without warm gear. On sunny days, the waterfall can reflect sunlight and create a rainbow across the cliff, but only for a few short minutes. Arches National Park is a natural wonder known for over 2,000 natural arches formed over millions of years. These arches are mainly made of red sandstone and are over 100 million years old, creating a majestic and mysterious beauty for the park. This place was once a shallow sea, so visitors can find fossils of ancient sea creatures in the rock layers. The park is also special for its arches shaped like rainbows, making it an ideal spot for photographers during sunrise and sunset. Some arches may last for thousands of years, but no one can be sure about their future. The park also has many trails over 7 miles long, taking visitors through rugged rock areas and stunning landscapes. Canyonlands National Park is one of the largest national parks in the US, covering over 337,000 acres. The park is famous for its canyons deeper than 1,000 feet and majestic red rock walls formed over millions of years by wind and water. Although this place is extremely dry, and temperatures can exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit in summer, the ecosystem here remains diverse, with both plant and animal life. Canyonlands also features one of the largest natural rock arch systems in the world, with arches that look like beautiful paintings. Furthermore, the park's wild and quiet space makes it an ideal destination for nature lovers who want peace and solitude. Bentonite Hills is a unique place in Utah, with a landscape that looks like it's from another planet. The clay hills here naturally show colors like red, purple, gray, and blue that make it look like the surface of Mars. The land here is around 140 million years old, formed from ancient volcanic ash. When it rains, the clay turns into slippery mud, like soap, making it very dangerous without the right kind of vehicle. There are no signs or official roads, so visitors must use GPS and personal navigation skills. Its wild and untouched beauty remains because it has not been developed for tourism. This place is perfect for people who love strange natural landscapes and enjoy adventurous challenges. Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument is one of the wildest and biggest areas in the United States, covering more than 187,000 acres, with land that looks like giant stone steps, telling Earth's story over millions of years. Some rock layers here are around 275 million years old, showing a huge and colorful record of Earth's past. There are still places where no one has ever walked, called blank spots on survey maps. The rough land and hard weather make many areas almost impossible to reach without special gear. Because there are no services or phone signals, people must prepare like they are going on a real expedition into a wild and untouched land. Cosmic Ashtray is one of the most unique natural wonders, shaped like a giant ashtray located in the Mojave Desert. The landscape here is characterized by a circular basalt rock formation surrounded by vertical cliffs enclosing a sunken area. This area features a striking contrast between the dark rock and the light desert floor, creating a mysterious and unusual scene. The area may have been formed by a meteor event or volcanic activity in the past. The plant life here consists mostly of drought-tolerant species like cacti and small shrubs. cosmic ashtray is also tied to many mysterious stories, with theories about extraterrestrial origins, suggesting the area could be related to meteor phenomena or unidentified objects. The Narrows is a famous canyon located in Zion National Park, is known for its massive red rock walls, reaching up to 1,000 feet, with the Virgin River flowing through it, forming a majestic landscape. Visitors can embark on a journey along the river, sometimes wading through shallow water, sometimes crossing deeper sections, creating a unique adventure experience. The Narrows is not only attractive for its natural beauty, but also linked to the cultural history of Native Americans, especially the Paiute tribe, who lived in the area thousands of years ago. During the rainy season, the river water can rise quickly, creating sudden floods that change the landscape. With its majestic scenery, unusual color changes, and mysterious atmosphere, the Narrows is a must-visit destination for those who love adventure and exploring nature. Yellowstone National Park, established in 1872, is the first national park in the world and stands out for its rich ecosystem and unique geothermal features. Located on a supervolcano, Yellowstone is famous for its hot springs, geysers, and large lakes. Old Faithful Geyser is one of the park's most notable features, erupting hot water up to 180 feet every 90 minutes. Yellowstone is also home to the largest wild bison population in North America and boasts over 1,700 plant species, 230 bird species, and hundreds of other animal species. Additionally, Yellowstone has been the site of major wildfires, with the 1988 fire being one of the largest in its history. With its diverse ecosystem, Yellowstone is not only an ideal destination for nature lovers, but also an important site for geothermal and ecological research. Grand Prismatic Spring is the largest hot spring in the United States and the third largest in the world, notable for its vibrant colors around the surface of the water. The spring has a diameter of up to 370 feet and a depth of about 121 feet. The colors from blue, yellow, red to orange of the spring are created by microorganisms living in the water, each color representing a different species of microorganism depending on the water temperature. The name Grand Prismatic Spring comes from the diverse color properties of the spring, with prismatic meaning like a rainbow, describing the wonderful color transformation of the water. The origin of the spring is related to geothermal activity millions of years ago, when volcanic activity formed this hot spring. Grand Prismatic Spring is also associated with mysterious stories about its origin, believed to be a natural miracle. Green River Lakes is the starting point of the famous Green River, sitting in wild mountains with powerful views and beautiful green-blue water. The lake comes from melted ice on mountain peaks over 12,000 feet high, so the water stays very cold all year. Even in summer, the water almost never goes above 50 degrees Fahrenheit. On calm days, the lake becomes a giant mirror, showing the tall mountains in the distance. Big animals like grizzly bears, moose, and mountain lions often show up around the lake. In the middle of summer, you can still see small pieces of ice floating on the water. Shell Creek is a special stream in Wyoming with clear water flowing through ancient rocks over 500 million years old. This place was once under the sea, so you can still see shell coral and trilobite fossils with your eyes along the shore. The water is so clear, you can see the bottom more than 6 feet deep, and the temperature stays around 45 degrees Fahrenheit all year. This gives perfect conditions for rare plants and animals to grow. The rocks along the creek come from many time periods and were bent by Earth movements into wavy layers. The creek is so quiet that you can hear tiny drops of water echo between tall stone walls, hundreds of feet high. It feels like you are listening to the voice of the ancient earth. Jenny Lake is an ancient glacier lake formed over 12,000 years ago, sitting below mountain peaks higher than 11,000 feet, with deep, still blue water. The lake is more than 250 feet deep, and the water is clear enough to see the bottom near the shore. Even though the surface looks calm, the underwater currents are cold and strong, making swimming dangerous. On quiet days, the lake reflects the mountains so clearly it feels like stepping into a mirror world. Plants around the lake grow in tough conditions, with some species only living above 7,000 feet. Jenny Lake is the perfect mix of ancient history and unreal natural beauty. Glacier National Park is one of the oldest and wildest national parks in the United States, with rock layers over 1.5 billion years old and giant frozen mountains. It used to have more than 150 glaciers, but now fewer than 25 are still active, and all of them might disappear by the year 2050 if climate change continues. Water from this park flows into 3 different oceans, which is very rare on Earth. Some lakes in the park are deeper than 490 feet, and the water is clear enough to reflect the sky like glass. Natural sounds like wind and water can echo for hundreds of feet because of the cliffs and deep forest. It feels like nature is whispering around you. Flathead Lake is the largest natural freshwater lake in the western United States, with a surface area of about 197 square miles and a depth of over 370 feet. The lake was formed by glaciers thousands of years ago, making a wide and deep basin with clear water. In many places, you can see the bottom more than 20 feet down, which is rare for such a large lake. On calm days, the water reflects the sky and mountains like a perfect mirror, making it look unreal. Waves on the lake can reach 4 feet high from strong winds, suddenly changing the water surface. Flathead Lake is a place where natural beauty and mystery come together. Lewis and Clark Caverns is a large and living limestone cave in Montana, known for its stunning stalactites and stalagmites that are still growing after thousands of years. The temperature inside the cave always stays around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, with almost 100% humidity, creating a strange and lively underground world. A special detail is the spiral metal stairs built completely by hand in the 1940s, which are still in use today. During World War II, the government considered using the cave as a secret nuclear shelter because of its strong structure and remote location. Even though Lewis and Clark never entered the cave, their names were given to honor their great spirit of exploration in American history. Bighorn Canyon is a deep and massive canyon with cliffs that rise up to 1,200 feet, creating a rare, wild, and majestic view in America. The ancient rock layers in the canyon are over 500 million years old, holding fossils of prehistoric animals, including early crocodiles. Some areas of the canyon have never been walked on by humans because the terrain is too dangerous and isolated. Falcons and eagles can only reach certain cliffs by diving straight down from the sky. Bighorn Canyon is not only a geological wonder, but also a living record of Earth's natural history over millions of years. Big Sky is a land known for its wide-open sky and stunning natural views, where tall mountains and deep valleys create a breathtaking scene. Wildflowers bloom across the meadows and clear streams run through green pine forests. In winter, snow covers mountain slopes that rise over 11,000 feet, attracting people who love skiing and winter scenery. The name Big Sky comes from the feeling that the sky here stretches endlessly with no limits, showing the free spirit of the Wild West. Folk tales say that on clear nights, strange lights move slowly across the sky like old spirits, wandering in the great nature, making Big Sky more mysterious and magical. Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States, reaching about 1943 feet, formed after a huge volcanic eruption around 7,700 years ago. No rivers flow into or out of the lake, and all the water comes from rain and melted snow, making it very pure and clear. The deep blue color of the lake is one of the most beautiful in the world. A strange thing on the lake is the old man of the lake, a log that has floated upright for more than 120 years without sinking or drifting far. On calm days, people can see more than 100 feet below the surface, which is very rare. Its violent origin and peaceful beauty today create a powerful contrast, making Crater Lake a legendary place to visit. Painted Hills is one of the most magical natural wonders in America, where hills show bright colors like red, yellow, orange, and black across ancient rock layers. These colors were formed by minerals collected over millions of years, and they change with the seasons and moisture, making every visit different. Some soil layers here are over 33 million years old and were once the bottom of a lake full of ancient life remains. Because the ground is very fragile, visitors are not allowed to leave the walking paths. Surface temperatures can go over 130 degrees Fahrenheit in summer, making it feel like another planet. Painted Hills is not only a beautiful view, but also a living fossil book of Earth's ancient history. Smith Rock is one of the most famous places for geology and adventure sports in America, known as the birthplace of modern sport climbing. The cliffs here were formed from hardened volcanic ash over 30 million years ago, making a dry and mysterious landscape. Some cliffs rise up to 600 feet, looking like ancient stone castles. Surface rock temperatures can go over 150 degrees Fahrenheit in summer, hot enough to burn your hand. Every year, thousands of climbers come here to test their limits, while photographers and nature lovers are amazed by the red, orange, and yellow rock under the sun. Smith Rock is not just a playground for thrill seekers, but also a rare natural masterpiece in the United States. Proxy Falls is one of the most stunning waterfalls in America, with white water dropping from over 200 feet across old basalt rocks covered in green moss. What makes it special is that no stream flows out, because the water sinks straight into the ground like it disappears. When the wind blows strong, the water breaks into mist that floats like silk in the forest. Sunlight hitting the mist creates rainbows almost every day, so people call it the waterfall of light. The temperature near the base of the falls is usually 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than the surrounding area. There are no guardrails, so visitors must step carefully on tree roots and wet rocks to reach the falls. Coosa and Sahali Falls are two impressive waterfalls with a height of about 100 feet, creating a white curtain of water falling from cliffs in the wild forest. The water here comes from melted snow, so it stays clear and icy cold all year, making the scenery fresh and untouched. On sunny days, sunlight shines through the falling water, creating sparkling rainbows that bring a rare magical feeling. The name Sahali means heaven in the native language and is tied to the legend of the gods creating the first water source. It is a perfect spot for those who want to connect with nature, listen to the sound of the falling water, and enjoy peace in the vast forest landscape. Cape Perpetua is one of the wildest and most impressive capes in America, rising about 800 feet above sea level. On clear days, people can see nearly 40 miles from the top, offering an amazing view. In winter, ocean waves here can reach over 30 feet and crash into the rocks, shooting water columns up to 20 feet high, making some visitors think an earthquake is happening. Winds in this area have been recorded at over 100 miles per hour, strong enough to knock down large trees. Scientists once found an unusually high level of CO2 underground here, suggesting hidden geological activity. According to native legends, this place is a gateway to the spirit world because of strange sounds that seem to come from the breathing earth. Columbia River Gorge is one of the most majestic canyons in the United States, shaped by massive ice and lava floods at the end of the Ice Age. At that time, water levels rose many times higher than Niagara Falls in just a few days. Some cliff walls here rise over 4,000 feet, creating rare giant natural walls. The wind in this gorge is among the strongest in North America, averaging from 35 to 50 miles per hour. This makes it perfect for windsurfing, but also very dangerous. The climate here changes fast, shifting from wet rainforests to dry semi-desert in just a few dozen miles. According to native legends, the gorge was a giant crack made by gods during an ancient battle. Sparks Lake is a unique mountain lake formed from ancient lava, known for having no outlet, where all the water sinks into underground basalt rock. Because of this, the lake almost disappears by late summer, creating one of the most interesting geological mysteries. The lake sits at about 5,400 feet high, making the mornings always cool with thick fog, even in summer. Its watercolor changes during the day from deep blue to green because of the special mineral mud at the bottom. Some studies found ancient microorganisms in the mud with DNA almost unchanged for thousands of years. Sparks Lake is also known as one of the darkest places in the region, perfect for watching the Milky Way and meteor showers. Sawtooth National Recreation Area is a majestic natural region with sharp granite mountain peaks shaped over millions of years. The area has over 300 natural glacial lakes, many of which appear only when snow melts and vanish in dry seasons. Some mountain peaks still hold traces of ancient glaciers and have never been touched by humans. Rare events have turned the lake water bright blue due to ultraviolet light reacting with ancient algae. The weather here can change quickly, and temperatures may drop below 32 degrees Fahrenheit even in summer. According to native legends, this land was once home to wind gods, and thunder means they are angry with humans. City of Rocks is a unique geological wonder with granite rocks that are over 2.5 billion years old, among the oldest in North America. Many of these rocks reach up to 600 feet high and have smooth, glassy surfaces due to strong temperature changes between day and night. A rare natural event here is spalling, where rock layers crack into pieces without any human force. Since the 19th century, deep wheel tracks carved into the stone still remain, marking the hard journeys of westward migration. City of Rocks is also in a low magnetic zone that once caused compasses and GPS devices to malfunction. According to native legends, each rock here is a god turned to stone to protect the land from evil spirits. Goldbug Hot Springs is a famous hot spring located between towering mountains and lush valleys. The natural hot pools here have an ideal temperature for relaxation and health benefits. The surrounding landscape is wild, with small waterfalls flowing from the hot pools, creating a wonderful, relaxing space. The name Goldbug comes from the area's 19th century gold mining history, recalling the treasures that were once found here. These hot springs were formed by geothermal activity, where underground water sources are heated by layers of earth and rock. Stories about unlocated treasures and their mysterious disappearance make Goldbug Hot Springs an attractive destination for those who enjoy exploring legends. Valley of Fire is a park famous for its unique red rock formations formed over 150 million years ago. These rocks have a vibrant red-orange color, creating a majestic and unique landscape, especially at sunrise and sunset. The name Valley of Fire comes from the color of the rocks, making it look like a valley of fire. The park attracts visitors not only for its natural beauty, but also for ancient petroglyphs carved by Native Americans on the rock walls, rich in cultural heritage. With its harsh desert climate, the area becomes one of the hottest places in Nevada, with temperatures reaching up to 120 degrees in the summer. However, Valley of Fire is less crowded compared to other famous parks, offering a peaceful space perfect for those who love the wilderness. Seven Magic Mountains is a prominent outdoor art installation with 7 brightly colored rock columns towering over the Mojave Desert. These columns stand about 30 feet tall and are arranged in a conical shape, creating a colorful and unique landscape. The name Seven Magic Mountains comes from the 7 columns and the word magic to describe the mysterious beauty of the installation. The columns were erected in 2016 by artist Ugo Rondinone to create a fusion of art and nature. Although located in the arid Mojave Desert, the area is home to various animals like rabbits, desert rats, and migratory birds. The mysterious stories surrounding these columns also make Seven Magic Mountains an ideal spot for those interested in exploring the unusual. Nelson Ghost Town is a famous ghost town located in southern Nevada, about 40 miles from Las Vegas. The town was once a bustling mining hub for gold and silver in the late 19th century, but when the mines ran out of resources, the residents left, leaving behind an abandoned and mysterious area. Structures like houses, shops, and churches in ruins have created a special atmosphere, evoking images of a bygone era. Nelson Ghost Town is an ideal destination for those who enjoy exploring the history of mining and the stories of the past. The abandoned houses and discarded items are vivid reminders of life from long ago. Notably, this place has also served as a backdrop for famous movies, giving visitors a sense of stepping into a different world, full of mystery. Mount Charleston is one of the tallest mountains in Nevada, known for its majestic and diverse natural landscapes. With an elevation of about 118 feet, this mountain is covered with snow in the winter, creating a stunning scene, especially when the cliffs and green pine forests reflect in the sunlight. The name Mount Charleston was given to honor the founder of the area. With its rich biodiversity, the mountain is home to many wild animals like deer, rabbits, elk, and birds like eagles and owls. Additionally, Mount Charleston is famous for mysterious stories, especially about the creature Bigfoot, which locals believe has appeared in the forest. These mysterious stories add to the allure of the mountain, making it a must-visit destination. Mount Rainier National Park is a famous national park in Washington state, with Mount Rainier, a volcano standing at 104,410 feet, the tallest mountain in the state. The park stands out with its majestic landscapes and diverse climate, from temperate forests at the base of the mountain to high meadows filled with wildflowers in the summer. Mount Rainier's ecosystem is rich, home to over 200 species of animals and more than 1,000 species of plants. The park is also an ideal destination for outdoor activities such as mountaineering, hiking, and glacier exploration. About 25% of Mount Rainier's area is covered by glaciers and snow, creating impressive glaciers. Additionally, Mount Rainier holds significant cultural meaning for the Puyallup people, who regard the mountain as sacred. Hoh Rainforest is a unique tropical rainforest known for its magnificent natural scenery. The forest here features tall trees like fir, pine, and oak covered with lush green moss, creating a cool and mysterious atmosphere. The abundant rainfall year-round maintains high humidity, creating ideal conditions for the thriving of plant and animal life. The name Hoh comes from the Native American tribe that once lived in the area. This rainforest has existed for thousands of years and is protected within Olympic National Park, a wonderful natural area. The forest is also tied to the mysterious story of the Bigfoot creature, believed to live in the area, making Hoh Rainforest even more mysterious. Palouse Falls is a majestic waterfall located in Washington state, famous for its height of 198 feet and stunning natural beauty. Formed during the Ice Age, Palouse Falls creates a dramatic landscape, especially when the water flows down from the cliffs into the pool below. It is one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Washington, and also an ideal destination for photographers, especially at sunrise and sunset. Although Palouse Falls attracts visitors, it remains relatively untouched and less crowded compared to other famous waterfalls. Additionally, Palouse Falls is a wildlife sanctuary, home to many species of animals and plants native to the desert and mountainous regions. North Cascades National Park is a famous national park in Washington state. It is known for its snow-capped mountains, deep valleys, and clear glacial rivers. The lush forests, majestic waterfalls, and clear lakes create a stunning natural scene, especially in the summer when the forests are lush, and in the winter when snow covers everything. The name North Cascades comes from the Cascade Mountain Range, a famous system of mountains stretching from northern to central Washington. The park was established in 1968 to preserve the pristine, natural beauty of the area. One of the famous mysterious stories linked to North Cascades is about the Sasquatch, which locals believe still hides in the wilderness of the area. Cape Flattery is the northwesternmost point of the continental United States, known for its steep cliffs and swirling waters that once disrupted marine radar signals. Beneath the cliffs lies a network of sea caves formed over thousands of years by ocean erosion, many of which remain unexplored due to high danger. In winter, winds can exceed 80 miles per hour, creating storms strong enough to bend trees and knock over equipment. The surrounding ocean glows at night, with sea sparkle from bioluminescent algae, resembling a galaxy underwater. The rocks here are ancient sedimentary layers over 16 million years old, holding fossils of primitive sea life. Death Valley National Park is known for having the highest air temperature ever recorded on Earth, reaching 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Some parts of the valley lie about 282 feet below sea level, making the heat and the pressure even more extreme. In summer, ground temperatures can go over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to cook food right on the surface. A strange event called sailing stones happens here, where rocks move by themselves with no clear cause, confusing scientists for years. Some extreme microbes can survive inside the cracked salt crust, helping scientists study life beyond Earth. At night, the temperature can fall close to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, creating a huge contrast between day and night. Denali National Park is home to Denali, the tallest mountain in North America, rising over 2,000 feet and even taller than Everest when measured from base to summit. Temperatures on the summit can drop below -75 degrees Fahrenheit, and with wind chill, it can feel colder than -100 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the harshest places on Earth. The park has only one road about 90 miles long, which is often unusable due to ice and weather. Grizzly bears here can weigh more than 1,200 pounds and are powerful enough to take down full-grown moose in just a few strikes. During summer, the sun doesn't set for several days, causing sleep cycles to become unstable. Kenny Fjords National Park is a majestic land where glaciers meet the sea, with over 51% of its area covered in ice. Some glaciers here move nearly 3 feet per day, faster than most glaciers in the world. Each ice collapse can create waves over 30 feet tall, strong enough to affect nearby boats. Beneath the ice is a system of ice caves that change with the seasons, and many remain unexplored due to dangerous terrain. Kenai Fjords is one of the few places where glaciers and coastal rainforests exist together, forming a unique ecosystem. The seawater has a bright green color caused by fine rock powder from melting ice mixing with the ocean. Tracy Arm Fjord is one of the most stunning fjords in Alaska, with a depth close to 1,000 feet and steep cliffs rising over 3,000 feet, creating a rare ice canyon effect. The glacier here has a jade green color caused by light bouncing off tightly packed ice crystals, which is uncommon in normal ice. The ice carving rate at Tracy Arm is among the highest in North America, with dozens of thousand-year-old ice chunks crashing each day with thunder-like sounds. Beneath the surface lies an ultra-cold underwater current that makes the deep water colder than most nearby sea areas. Tracy Arm was once used to test submarine detection equipment thanks to its narrow shape and deep, hard-to-measure waters. Katmai National Park is famous for a volcanic eruption in 1912 that was 30 times stronger than Mount St. Helens, creating over 500 feet of ash and thousands of steam vents that made it look like the moon on Earth. The park still has geothermal activity today, with mild ground shaking and hot gases rising from below. There are more brown bears here than yearly visitors, and the scene of bears catching red salmon that leap over the 6 feet is one of nature's wildest moments. Katmai has no roads and can only be reached by airplane or boat, keeping the area completely wild. Some parts of the park have never been touched by humans because of unstable ash terrain and dangerous hot mud flows. Chena Hot Springs features a natural hot spring that reaches over 106 degrees Fahrenheit and stays warm even when the air drops below -40 degrees Fahrenheit. This place is not only for relaxation, but is also the first area in Alaska to use geothermal energy to power the entire resort. The natural silica layer underground helps soothe and renew the skin like a natural hot mineral mask. One amazing thing is that you can soak in the hot water while watching the northern lights with your own eyes, something almost nowhere else offers. Studies show the water here has a high level of lithium, which may help improve mood. NASA once used this place to test survival systems in extreme cold. Yosemite National Park features giant granite rocks formed from deep magma hundreds of millions of years ago, revealed after glaciers and earthquakes. The park was once a secret training ground for U.S. Mountain Special Forces because of its steep and difficult cliffs. On special days of the year, a firefall happens when sunset light hits the water and makes it glow like lava. Some underground ice caves and rivers remain unexplored because they shift with seasons and reach dangerous depths. There are ancient sequoia trees here that are over 3,000 years old, older than most human civilizations. At night, strange lights and sounds have been reported that scientists still cannot explain. Joshua Tree National Park is where two large deserts meet, creating a strange landscape with Joshua trees that look like they are raising their arms to the sky. These trees are not true trees, but part of the asparagus family, and can live more than 150 years in dry conditions. The temperature can change by up to 50 degrees Fahrenheit between day and night, causing strong erosion that shapes the rocks. In winter, frost can cover the Joshua trees and turn the area into a crystal forest. Some rocks reflect moonlight and gently glow at night, a rare natural light effect. Desert winds here can reach over 70 miles per hour and have blown away tents and vehicles. Alabama Hills is a strange geological area with round granite rocks that are about 150 million years old. The rocks were shaped by chemical weathering, where water breaks the stone from the inside out, which is a rare process. Many of these rocks have very low magnetism, which can make compasses slightly turn off, and no one fully understands why. Some special rocks make deep sounds when tapped at the right spot, and people once thought it was the earth speaking. This area has landforms that look almost like Mars, so NASA used it to test exploration robots. According to local legends, the rocks were once ancient warriors turned to stone after a final battle with dark spirits, and each shape tells its own story.